Hey Notary Buddies, it is LaDarrell Worf here with the Notary Know-How Georgia, and I want to welcome you guys back to another little chat about recapping this notary business in the state of Georgia. Today, we're going to be looking at the month of April 2023 and see exactly how it turned out for us. And so as mentioned in last month's video, the thing that was super excited for me at the end of the month was securing an office. I am super excited about this, and we started the process of moving things in the month of April, unpacking everything, setting up all the furniture. It was awesome, and there's still more to go, but it's getting there. So we'll check this out. Alrighty, so this was the office right after I received the keys. It was empty and it was time for me to get to work. So I did have some help bringing in my desk, but most of the other things, I did bring those up by myself because I took it all apart and I moved it in a cart. So as you guys will see, there's me on the phone a few times. I'm getting text messages. I'm still receiving phone calls because I am still running this business, even though I'm still trying to set up everything as well. And at this point, I'm just going to call it quits here because everything that is left is going to be a two-person job, and I will get some help with that a little bit later. So let's hop back over into getting the rest of this update done. In addition to getting the office all set up, I have been meeting with my marketing person, and we have planned out a plan. I guess we can say that. Yeah, we planned out a marketing plan to help me increase and expand and get a higher flow of traffic and business through the doors, especially now that I do have an office space where people can meet me. Yes, I still will be mobile. So I'm trying to decide how much time to split between being mobile and also being stationary at the office all the time. I do have some additional help. So when I'm out of the office, another notary can be in the office and we'll just trade off and all that kind of stuff. That's the plan. We shall see how that actually works out. A few other things that happened during this month, I got to meet quite a few notary buddies. There was an event hosted by another notary group, and I got to go out and I got to meet people and I started connecting with them. I got to expand my notary buddy database, if you will. So I have decided to start keeping track of all the notaries that I meet and also put the areas that they service. Right now I'm just tracking it in a spreadsheet on Google, and in the future, who knows, I may do something a little bit more sophisticated, but this is just something for me internally. I don't plan on sharing it, but now whenever I get a call or if I need a witness or anything like that, I can just look on my list and see who's in the area or who's closest to the area, and I can text them and say, hey, are you available to be a witness? And if not, then I'll just go back to what I've been doing before, just posting it in the Facebook groups. That's another thing. I guess I can share that with you guys right now. If you are a notary and you're trying to do this all solo by yourself, is it possible? Absolutely. It is 100% possible. However, it'll make it a lot easier if you connect with other notaries. I already mentioned about connecting with new notary buddies, but if you don't have any, how do you find these notary buddies, right? Try going to Facebook groups. Try joining Facebook groups that are, if you can find some that are local to your area, that's fantastic. But if not, there's dozens of nationwide Facebook groups that you can join for notaries, and you can always search the group and see if someone mentioned your specific county, your specific city, your state as well, I guess, and just start making connections from there. But I do have to warn you, not all the people that are in the Facebook group, are notaries, so that's a weird thing. But then not all the information that's going to be shared in those groups is going to be valid. So, and that's a good thing. That's a double-edged sword about it. We can be in the group. We can say, hey, in my, someone asks a question and then 20 people answer it, and you'll get 15 to 20 different answers. Why? It's not because everyone's not informed, so to speak, but it's because these are nationwide groups, right? So there's notaries from across the entire nation, and each state has different rules on what we can do as a notary. And so that's where you just have to be careful. But again, apart from that, do your own research, do your own due diligence. Join these Facebook groups in the mindset of connecting with local notaries near you. This, again, it'll help you expand your circle, and then you guys can go back and forth and educate each other on your local notary laws. Now that we got that out of the way, the next little bit of news I'm super excited to share with you guys. I have decided, after doing tons of research and trying to find the best company out there, I've decided to go ahead and start offering live scan, which is digital fingerprinting services. So a lot of us notaries, we do offer fingerprinting services, and everyone just does it manually, right? We have our little ink pad and we have our fingerprinting cards, and we just roll it and do it that way. Fantastic thing. I bought all the supplies. I just have never really done it, just because, one, I don't get that many calls for it. Two, I'm not marketing for it, so that's why I'm not getting calls. But also, it's just, I got to carry this ink around and all this kind of stuff, and I just don't want this stuff to be spilling in my bag, right? So now that I have an office space, I can have everything set up officially and then provide fingerprinting services that way. I'm super excited for it. That was another thing that I was talking to my marketing guy with. This is going to be part of the new marketing plan, is just driving traffic and running ads for this particular fingerprinting business, and also with my mobile notary business as well. So I'm going to have twice the, ads run and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully not twice the ad spend amount, but I'm super excited for that. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get into these numbers, because guess what? We were on fire. I was so excited about all the things we were offering, super excited about the office, and we were going to crush it over the next couple months, and it was going to be awesome. But guess what? That fire and excitement got put on ice real quick. I'm talking about real quick. So what happened? How do you say this? You know that one thing that everybody's been trying to avoid, for the last couple years? She caught up with me, and she was not nice. But yes, I had that, and it wiped me out for about 3 weeks. So what does that mean? So when I'm going over my numbers in the next section for the profit and loss, keep in mind, I only had about 5 working days this entire month of April to get this done. So let's go ahead and hop into the profit and loss. So for the month of April, we had an income side. Inspections, I was able to get $73.50 worth of inspections done. Next, general notary work, I had $185 that I clocked in for the week, which was awesome as well. I'm steadily improving. And then for, some loan signing stuff that I did, I got paid out for that. So that was $105 that came in for the month of April. So that took my total income to $363.50. Yes, you heard me correctly. $363.50. So now let's hop over to these expenses. So when we're looking at expenses here for Google Ads, I spent $0 in the month of April. And it's because, again, I got sick at the very beginning of April, and in communications with the ads guy, we decided to go ahead and just turn them off for the entire month, because there's just no way I was going to be able to assist these clients. I would just have to refer them out. And that was if I was awake or even feeling like answering the phone at that moment. Pretty much, I forwarded all my calls to another notary buddy of mine, and my phone just did not ring for the entire month. So next we had education. I spent $31.72 on that, and after that we had office supplies and office insurance. That was a total of $200.54. Luckily, I had already paid the first and last month's rent the previous month. So the month of April, I had no office lease that I needed to pay. So that was awesome. So I didn't have to take that hit. Next, witnesses. I did pay 3 witnesses, $25 each. So that was $75 total for the month of April in witness expenses. And then other business expenses, paying for Canva and just like bank transaction fees and all that kind of stuff, added up to $58.83. So that brought us to a grand total of expenses of $366.09. So if we take these two numbers, the total income of $363.50 and then the total expenses of $366.09, that left me with a grand total of negative $2.59. So yeah, that was the second month in a row that we ended with negative money in the account. So $2.59, that's not terribly bad. So that means that for the month of May, I'm going to definitely have to dip into whatever type of savings there is to continue doing things, or I got to get my butt out and hustle. Well, that wraps up our month for April 2023 in this notary business in one of the most difficult attorney states. So join me next time where we'll sit down and we'll chat about all the things that happened in the month of May. I'll see you guys then. And it was awesome. I got to expand my notary buttery. Wow. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's redo that section. 3, 2, 1. No.